to wrong information, it will kill you. It can let you die before your time. Teach your word. Let power be also be doing his things. And even your word, it is called the word of his power. Freedom is not in the Bible. Freedom is in truth. Who can understand God? And this teacher is messing up the mind of the church. And the man speaking these wrong things, he's from Central Region, a place which doesn't carry dignity. So if God has been able to pick you from there, how can you boss God that he cannot do this?
About 95% of people who call themselves prophets in Ghana are quacks.
One pastor, 3 prophets. One pastor, Mensah Otabil. One prophet with angel. 2 prophets, Badu Kobi. 3 prophets, Sarkodie. Almost say, many pastor Mensah Otabil in Yadrin. Check, Nabutre. Hi, Ghana in TV. Oh, first time I subscribe. Now, with me, Chewajin. Oh, comment section, I say. It was for prophet Badu Kobi at the same be about Betuga. Now, in summer, prophet Badu Kobi Betuga no. I immediately see same no. I quite say one now or the ma pastor Mensah Otabil. Now, in some day, ni brace and power can I near brepana all kinds of no. Now I see on a prophet Badu Kobi
doesn't teach experience.
2.
I don't teach letters.
I teach with
revelation.
We don't need
Bible school. We need true school.
For the past 4 weeks,
I've been talking to you, correcting some wrongs,
because
one of the men of God in our land is giving some information which is not helping the church. And if I don't correct it, it will enter people's heads.
For I as a prophet Badu Kobi is going too far. It was a video no. Snebe question me America. That me in America. Prophet Badu Kobi say all can ye. Now where you begin you know in yema hihemu ebusia nyabotre yenkwe nyenkohwe video no. So
don't be listening to wrong information. It will kill you. It can let you die before your time. I am a liberator, and my assignment in this end time is to set your mind free with proper and correct information. For the past 4 weeks, I've been talking to you, correcting some wrongs, because one of the men of God in our land is giving some information which is not helping the church. And if I don't correct it, it will enter people's heads. We must balance it. Teach your word. And let power be also be doing his things. And even your word, it is called the word of his power. Badu Kobi doesn't teach experience. I don't teach experience. 2, I don't teach letters. I teach with revelation. The word Bible called Biblia, it means a book. It is not the book you need, it is the truth you need. And that's why we are where we are. We don't need Bible school, we need true school. You shall know the truth, and the truth you know shall make you free. And ye shall know the truth, 32. And the truth shall make you, say make me. Say make me. Say make me. Say make me. It shall make you what? Free. So freedom is not in the Bible. Freedom is in truth. Man of God, don't let people believe your doctrine. Let them believe the doctrine of the kingdom. And that on the altar, it's not about the altar, it's about Jesus. It's not true. Jesus combines everything. He can use the altar to heal. He can use himself to heal. That's why I said a few weeks ago, don't box God. God is multidimensional. Write it in your book. Multidimensional. Sometimes you don't know which way he will pass. Water had become bitter in the days of one of the prophets, I think Elisha. And the water was bitter. They didn't have good water. If it is bitter and it must be sweet, I will say sugar. God says, prophet, use salt. You don't use intellectualism to solve this. Say use salt. In fact, the prophet had to put salt in the water became sweet. Who can understand God? And this teacher is messing up the mind of the church and telling people this, and they are believing it. God is a balanced God. God is not a one-way God. God does things his own way. Let's go kingdom way, not Ghana way, not teaching's way, not prophetic way, but power way. The kingdom is not in word, but in power. Men of God, don't let's box God. Men of God, don't let us box God. God can do things anyway, anyhow. Power can decide anyhow. My ways are not your ways. His ways are not our ways. power cannot be understood. Don't be one-sided. Adjust to God. Just adjust to God. Adjust to God. Adjust to God. And he's using these teachings to teach people, and they are believing it. No, God is not one-sided. He's balance. Say balance. I am not teaching teachings of men. I'm teaching right in your book. Kingdom teachings. It is called the teachings of God. And that's where the Pharisees, Sadducees, scribes had a problem with Jesus. So, Mark 6:13, oil. They were with power, but they also use oil. Mark 6:13 is there. You cast them out. When it comes to sickness, use oil to heal them. God is not what you think. That's why he cannot be found out. God's ways cannot be found out. He does what he wants. And the man speaking these wrong things, he's from Central Region, a place which doesn't carry dignity. So if God has been able to pick you from there, how can you boss God that he cannot do this? This is not part of his system. And the men of God and the prophets are we are not introducing anything. It is scripture. It is scripture. Use grammar to tell the sea to be still.
Use grammar. You learn biology. Use your biology to tell the sea, stand still. It won't stand. Except power. Except power. And power has its own way of doing things. Only God can judge. Only God can judge. God is not one way God. Power is not one way. Say power! Those who believe in doctrines, lead them.
We believe in doctrines and power. We are in combination. Say combination. I believe in revelations of God. I also believe in revolutions of God. The result is mine. Write it. The way is not mine. After prayer, think. After thinking, act. After acting, get results. After prayer, think. Use your brains. After thinking, act. Make your thinking an action. After acting, get results. Let your life be a cycle. And stop blaming God. And stop blaming people.
It's insane when a prophet Badu Kobi Angri Ababetiga. What do you think? As an say Pastor Mensah Otabil said and see a dragging dodo. But me nim wadwentre anything with me chiragen or comment section as I did biara or face say bia denti and as rentina I said now saying Pastor Mensah Otabil any aban hosa. It was comment section or choguasie na yenya yensia de aha Ghana TV. Make sure to subscribe na fit me share video no ema afoforo me din Eddie O Rich Macrow.